Stem stitch is a beautiful embroidery stitch that makes a smooth line that can be used as stems or other types of lines in your hand embroidery. But it can be difficult to get that smooth line. So today I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you get a better line with stem stitch. Welcome to ELIZABETH Studio. My name is Elizabeth and I help you make beautiful things with quilting, pojagi, and embroidery. So stem stitch is a stitch and it makes a smooth line, but it looks kind of like a rope. So here's one example where I've used it appropriately to stitch stems in these flowers. So you can see those lines, and here's another example. And you can see that the way the stitches overlap, it does look like a rope. So here is how you do just a basic stem stitch. So stem stitch is easier if you have a line that you can follow. So if you can, mark the line right on your fabric, and this stitch is worked from left to right. So I am using size 5 pearl cotton just so that you can see all the texture in this line, but it's worked the same way even if you'd use embroidery floss or any other kind of thread. So we start on the left and we come up, we're going to take a stitch but then stitch back. So we're going to come up about halfway between where our thread comes up and where our thread goes down. And notice that the thread is staying underneath the needle. Then we're going to come up, take another stitch out here, and then go back to where our thread went in last time. So we're coming back to there, and our thread is staying below the needle. And we'll just keep working along the line in that way. So there's our finished line. We can see that rope effect, but there's some tips that you can use to make this look even better. The first tip of stem stitch is to realize how it's made and the technique. And you might have already figured this out from seeing how it's done. This is the twin of back stitch. In back stitch, we would traditionally go from right to left, and we come up and then back, and then out in front and back, out in front and back. With satin stitch, we're going left to right, and we're doing the long stitch and coming back. So if I turn this over, we can see on the back, it is back stitch. So we're basically doing the reverse side of back stitch to get another look. So anytime you're a little confused of how to do stem stitch, just remember this is the reverse of back stitch, and they're twins. If you can do back stitch, then you can do stem stitch. Now the second tip involves following a line, but this time, instead of stitching right on the line, I'm going to stitch at a slight angle to the line. So when I put my needle in, I'm putting it in just below the line, and when I put my needle out, I'm going to come just above the line. So I'm not going straight along the line, but I'm going at a slight angle. And so I'll go in below the line, and now I'm coming up not in the same spot, but just beside the spot where I went in. And we can see having that little angle, it does help our stitches look more like a rope. It makes it a little bit thicker, and we can really see the structure of the stem stitch. Now you can play around with the angle of that depending on how thick of a line you want or how long your stitches are. You can have a wider angle or a smaller angle, but I think giving a slight angle just really helps the stitches to overlap nicely and gives it a smoother look. Now the next tip is something that you might have heard before in some of my other videos, and I always recommend that you practice stitching them this way. But if you're having trouble with this, what I call the sewing method, where you put your needle in and out in one motion and your needle always stays up on top of your fabric, if that's a problem, then you can do the stab method, where you pull your needle right down to the back and then bring it up to the top. And sometimes, especially when you're learning, that will give you more accuracy. So feel free to try that if you're having trouble. So stabbing instead of sewing can be helpful, but I'm sure after practice you will be able to do it either way. So the next tip, you can probably guess, is keep your stitch length consistent. And this is a common tip with many embroidery stitches. So here we can see this line, I have some really short stitches and then some really long stitches, and it just doesn't have the same smooth look as these lines. It looks really choppy and doesn't look as nice. So try and keep your stitches the same length. And that is pretty easy to do on a straight line, but that gets more difficult when we're stitching with curves. And so that brings me to tip number 5, and this is all about unstitching curves. And that's one of the things that is really nice about stem stitch, is because you can get a smooth line on a curve, but this does take practice. And one of the things to keep in mind when you're stitching on a curve is it's going to look smoother if your end of your stitches is going into the curve. Now here we can see on this piece, these two lines are curved in opposite directions, but I did the stem stitches the same way. And so we can see this stem looks a tiny bit smoother than this stem, and that's because the stitches are going into the curve. Now, I'm certainly not going to take this out. This stem does look really nice, so I'm not complaining about it. This is such a tiny little thing, but if you're having a problem, then consider this. And so what I mean by that is we're going to start stitching on the left-hand side, and then I have a choice. I can either stitch my stitches this way, or I can stitch my stitches this way. Now, to get super technical, this stitch is actually outline stitch because my thread is above my needle, but it's just the same as stem stitch, but your thread is on the other side. If I stitch this way, then my stitches are going to be pointing to the outside of the curve. So I'm just going to take that out because I want my stitches to point to the inside of the curve. So I will be stitching this way. So if you don't like the way it looks on a curve, feel free to try it the other way. Look at which way your stitches are going. And if you don't like it, try stitching on the other angle and keeping the thread maybe above your needle instead of below your needle. And if you're stitching a curve like on an S or a figure 8 or something where the curve changes directions, then you have a little choice that you can make. You can either stitch the whole thing with your stitches going in the same direction, or you can switch the direction when you switch the curve. So that's up to you, and you can just experiment and practice. But once you understand that there's going to be little differences depending on the way your the angle of your stitches, then you can play around with that and find the difference to get the look that you want. So there's the nice smooth line we get on a curve, and that's one of the reasons why people love stem stitch, is because it works really well on curves. So I hope those 5 tips help you to get your stem stitch looking the way you want it to look. There's no embroidery police who are going to come and look at your piece and say, oh, your stitches are the wrong direction or you did them wrong. It's your piece and you can stitch it however you want. But if you're having trouble getting the result you want, then these tips will probably help. If you're looking for some easy embroidery patterns, then I do have this easy flower pattern, and the flowers do all have stems, and you can find that in my shop. You can look in the link below. And if you're looking for tutorials for other types of embroidery stitch, you can find lots of them here on my channel or at my website, ebookstudio.com.